Salvete. We are moving on with lines 12 through 33. This might take a couple installments. We're going to start here. We just had the invocation of the Muse, and Vergil's about to be inspired, so now the Muse is reminding him what's going on. It says, Urbs antiqua fuit, tirii tenuere coloni. I'm going to go ahead and read the whole sentence. Carthago, Italiam contra Tiberniaque longe ostia, dives opum studiis quasperima belli. Okay, let's take a look at this. So, we've been talking in the Muse, and now all of a sudden, urbs antiqua fuit. The verb, there was, hold on, this pencil is not good, there was antiqua urbs, an ancient city. There was an ancient city, so he's changing subjects. Tirii, this is a subject too, like a Tirius is a Tyrian, or a person from Tyre, which Tyre is an ancient city in Phoenicia, modern-day Israel. Tyre and Sidon are these two cities that are talked about together. Phoenicians come from there. There was an ancient city, the Tyrians, or the Phoenicians, okay, tenuere coloni. Now, coloni goes with tirii, they're both subject, okay, and tenuere, this is really tenuerunt, but a shortened form of tenuerunt, because it doesn't fit always well in dactylic hexameter, is tenuere. So this does not mean to have, it means they had, tenuerunt. It's perfect, active, plural, third person plural. Perfect, active, indicative, third person plural. Tenuerunt, and Farr will tell you that in his notes. So this is a subject. So there was an ancient city, the Tyrian colonists, okay, held, and it means this city. You got to put in hunc urbem. The Tyrian settlers or colonists held it. It was from Tyre. So the city is not actually Tyre, but the people from Tyre, the colonists from Tyre, settled this city he's talking about. He hasn't given a name for it yet. What's the name of this city? Dun dun dun. Carthago, Carthage. Okay, this is the ancient city that he's talking about. And where was Carthage? Italiam contra Tiberniaque longe ostia dives opum studiisque asperima belli, or studiisque asperima belli. This is an elision, so that E goes away. It was longe, far. There's an adverb. Far. Contra, across from, or facing, contra from. Italiam, it was far from Italy, it's an accusative, and the Tibernia Ostia, and these are accusatives, and the Tiber's Ostia, mouths. Os means mouth, like a human mouth, but it can also be the mouth of a river. And Ostia is the plural, it's a neuter plural. These are the mouths of the Tiber. Now, does the Tiber have mouths? Is it like a delta? Well, I don't think so. It's more just poetic that it has mouths than one mouth. A lot of times Vergil likes to do these things called poetic plurals, and he makes things plural that aren't necessarily plural. So Carthage, far from Italy, and the Tiber's mouths. And now this word describes Carthage. It was dives, rich. Okay, how is it rich? Rich of opum, opus are resources. Rich of resources. So that goes together. Rich of resources, and asperima, another word that modifies Carthago, because city is feminine. Carthage is feminine, like urbs antiqua. Rich of resources and very harsh, asperima. You can look it up below if you need to. Asperima. Very harsh in the studiis, this is an ablative, because of its studies of war, genitive, goes like this, okay, because of its studies of war, okay. Studiis quasperima belli, very harsh in the studies of war. And supposedly Carthage, Rome saw Carthage as being very warlike. Whether it was actually warlike for all of its history, I don't think so. But for certain, with Rome, Carthage and Rome were at odds and very warlike with each other. So this makes it sound very ominous. Quam uno fertur, teris magis omnibus unam post habitat coluisse samum. Okay, uno is a new subject, and which refers back to the city. See, it's feminine. So this city, rich of resources, blah, blah, blah. Which Juno, and now here's your verb, fertur. Now, fert means to carry, but fertur can also mean dicitur. Like fert can be to say, like to bring a report, to say. So this is which Juno is said, okay, is said. And now the verb that goes with is said, she is said to have coluisse. Okay, these words go together, coluisse. And colere, it can mean to cultivate. Okay, that's where we get, cultus, cultivation from. But it can also mean to dwell in, or to honor, or to cherish. So we're going to say, this city, which Juno is said to have cherished, okay, or to have loved, coluisse, okay, to have cultivated and dwelt there, to loved it, which Juno is said to have loved, magis more, okay, more, magis omnibus teris, okay, magis unam magis omnibus teris, okay. She is said to have loved this city, unam, alone, okay, it means solam, alone, and notice it's feminine, goes quam, and ur switches feminine, which Juno is said to have loved alone, more, and you got to put in, than, again, it's like the quam again, more than omnibus teris, more than all lands. And this is ablative. It's like, I think it's an ablative of comparison, because she's comparing this one thing to all other lands. And now this part right here is, these go together too, post habitasamo, and they're also ablative, but this is what's called an ablative absolute. And what it means is, with her Samos, which is an island that she loved also, with her Samos, an island of the Aegean, center of the worship of Juno, with her Samos post habita, esteemed less, with even Samos esteemed less than Carthage, because she loved Carthage so much, okay, is the idea. With her Samos esteemed less. Okay, we'll pick it up in the next video.